That's it for the phone. Mwakaba, Better News TV. So your best source is subscribe to Better News channel. Yeah, or subscribe. No like and watch share, no turn on notification bell. Sabaya update dia bayano on Sabet Miaka. Na make I was a comment section once your dear. Best also believe you comment no maybe be a cost 101. Na same time one and some people too dry aye kane was or share sanitation and I say your Yahuni dear Honsel no ye mamma Cecilia Dapaah and some people too dry first cap pottiana police folk finding out I won't fear and then near to do ne house maid and so fire Honsel be now when I saw say special prosecutor Emma mama na akonya say undeclare the asset na maame ye refuse in order to declare the asset. Now no asem na edru bruni we have your international organization bi so de omo ho agim say so far as say maame ntimi nyine ho ano no ntimi show the evidence of her money no they want to intervene. Ye from FBI, US FBI, created nkra ato. Aba say, maame no sika na egu no ho bebre na onhu ne onka ne bebi onye sika ne free. FBI for so mba be hwehwemu na mo de sem no atodwa say Ghana for panyifo no na say omo also mo ye nhwehemu no mo nyoma dwonso mo hwe a ono FBI no obefa ato no ho so na ka bia wa abo adia no kre no adadi mo yenkotie na di enti na FBI for e de omo ho agim de be what so interest them so that involve FBI for this Cecilia Dapaah case mo yenkotie ne ba de aka bia na de be so mo yenkotie bra
Ghana Today Coalition Ghana adehye anase Ghana fu ankasa won edu won panyin fi so obroni betimi aka say won statesman ene won afrens am twerefo nhiem ena wore bi sa say adenti ena nipa bi a won ewo maimu kan mampane John Ajekum Kufu Abreso no okasaye John Dramani Mahama Brensu pode ade say criticism so na say isema wakan no na ano ye hyewie papa nam so ema na ye ni muru kasa no John Dramani Mahama ni NDC wo opposition na nipa wakasa isa abrenu ma niama nkoye no adenti na ne de wanga ye den ewo mampanyin nana adodankwa kufado ni ba omia ne MPP abanyi emu ene bra wo friends am twerefo nhemu ni mpanyefo yi eribisa se osofo Mensa Otabil anamwa owahifa a ne de wa ye den a onkasa bi ye ewo niama nkoso ye enu so danchenga Reverend Dak Hayward Mills nso eka ho bi Obinfu Mate Archbishop Nicholas Danka Williams ene afufuro eka ho wose na niema nkoyi Ghana yensika sem asai eniema jegu anka yehwe nim sanka obetumi akasa aka akira bank secretary pro ene dwurim di kankan sika nipa bi a wo musumu aban mu a sika yi won adanu kwanta a yehwe a yehu ye no nka wose wobue won ano so won ayedin a waye won adwense nyade se wo bekasa ntina nsentwerefo nhwem na eba so no opanyin a ogina mu kasae opening doctor nyaho tamakura won ena NPP amanyuku nu wo hwei na wo kyekyere na wo twa ne froma na ntumi be ya amanyuku wo mamu ono gire mbisa se adanti ena ne de nipa yi mu ayedin wo niema enkoso ye o kyerem se niema bi ti se Dr. NS Addison kwan onam so ma Ghana yen ahwere sika na minority ni Ghana fo akoyo ye kyere hwensem apuefi na no bai atem didi yawo na wa ye yawo Ghana fo nyinara enti opanyin rubesese empanyifo asofo twetwo wura wo mu wo mamu no adenti na niama ebesi a enkoye nemre a ye wo mi nso wo be yedin na won aye wan dwinse nyade a wo bekasa ede afa ho Dr. Nyahota Makuru echem se sa ne mai enye.
We also find it difficult to believe the hostile posture of the EC towards concern from stakeholders during the just ended voter registration exercise. This is very worrying. The poor performance of the EC is a serious challenge to Ghana's democracy ahead of the 2024 general election. That we have to think about seriously. We need to be alert, knowing that there is constant military overthrows in Africa. You all know it. The reason, or the very reason, why these coup d'etats are happening in Africa are also being experienced in this country. So, the government should address these important matters as we go ahead into the 2024 as an election year. We need all those individuals who constantly spoke truth to power from years ago to emerge from their self-imposed exile to speak to government, speak to the government we have now. Where are the Otabills? Duncan Williams, Reverend Marty, Archbishop Palmer Booker, Doug Heward Mills, the many civil society organizations, and critical journalists? We need to speak to truth to power to help maintain peace we have in this country so far. Any failure to go by the tenets of our own democratic principles will turn this country upside down.
Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, a founding member, Edima NPP, Amanyukuno, Ordinary Samtugwa Ariano, Kang Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Nunu Mensa, Suchim said, Nientia Nedei, one ending some trafo Akasa, and Yanam said, Osen Fisher being 2 years, any achini. Wanga ye sanka wabeko mampenyinga kufado akache na wodi na kotuche nkomo akache ni se niama nkoye mi osre ni yanga bua open ye ne bua wo ma wabeye mampenyin ntite yanga futu keke ose mfishe bi ni no wanga ya bepim sabro mampenyinga kufado se pa hwi.
The institutions of states, of the democracy we are trying to establish, a government of the people, by the people, for the people, should be allowed to function. My dear friend mentioned quite a few of these things. That is why we are here this morning. I did not come here and talk to you. When my dear friend, President, he told you, I was one of the closest friends of his in 1998. I was campaign manager. But most politicians don't like honest, military people. They don't like them. Because you don't tell lies. You don't know how to lie. I'll tell the truth. The truth is sometimes bitter. They don't want to hear it. In 2021, 2 years and a month ago, September, I saw what is going on. We saw it coming. When I say we, it's not with Dr. Tamaklo, but a gentleman called Ashton Larson. I don't know whether you know him. He's the oldest surviving chief of defense staff. Funny enough, I'm the next oldest surviving chief of defense staff alive today. We said, look, Ghana is going astray. Let's go and talk to the president. He did everything we could. Not to come here and talk to the world through you, but talk to him privately. To warn him that the world we are going to have a hard time ahead of us. Did everything we could, but never given the opportunity to talk to him. It hurts us because, see, when you have a president who is also commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, you have chief of defense staff who also command the armed forces, they should have access to the president. Easy access. But it didn't happen that way. Did everything we could. Later on, when I begin to answer your question, maybe some will come out in my answer to your questions. So I am not here because I want to talk about myself or talk about politics. If the proper things have been done, and I've spoken to the president or gone to speak to him, and privately told him things that we know would happen. We saw this is coming. I've been around for the past.
Kang Chief of Defense Staff Niding Adi Brigadier General Nunu Mensa.
Abusiayentu akase bono so na yenko ensem foforo emo Ghana for ya wo mokosie wo musika e wo Gold Coast Fund Management Company Limited ene wo musika kemu wo moboafo yenim se nra na oye so kwa akopie mu Ministry of Finance so my Ghana atena ye hwisika sem so no wo mokọ ho no makoba de mu akosi se empanifo betie wo mo hawa ene wo mo nsem na afi wo musika no akamu no yetua e de ama wo mo ye behwa wo mo nsebi wo mo hyase kan enye nenam so e mamrahye bedwa kra makwan se wo musika ni mu bi yentua emfama wo mu nso besi nei wabra mrahye bedwa ne ma wo mu sa kwanya ne besi nei no empanifo ntu ho na mo bia emfa ho ne aka ho bi emenra wo mu share sa protest no asese wo kwa akopekete e wo Ministry of Finance ho na maneboye free wo ma so ye ho abakire se sa na montuo na wo mu ye esenko de enefua anasa donhwe makoma aduana nwotwe esi wonum de atu sa na mo no ye kasa de wo mo de akonkon kakra esan se mprempren ya na hwe ni mpanimfo aba no wo mo be kasa se nyame ya adma wo kine wukuo ye no ya bosumi de toso edumienu no wo mo de wo mo be hia na wo matena se na wo mo nyina adwea ko benkuro mu se ekwan we ni ye fa so a na wo mahunu kwan ya wonum ebe fa so ekuo ni nipa odi animu ene Charles nyame na one nsantwofo akasa no wo che se wo mo hwe ani bo se nyame ya adma wo kina bibi papa bi be free Nazareth ya ba se ankoba ne sa ade a ene enu omesa babie mu na wo maba ba ya chede enra wonum ekoye yenom wo mo kire enra wo mo hyase yie ani ekeka ko be se donko ehonom baby ene wo mo bo mpanimfo kokose se nkodura nwumre no mo nte wo mo nka wo mo besisi akwan ye wo ho nyina na eso mo makwan ma obi akora nture ka so wo kofie anaso kra no wo ba ministry honom eso oba bedi enkita ho ye no nam so ma aswafo na nkase pia bonte ba ya wo besere wo mo se wo mo adama wo mo nka akoma entu ye mo nko na ochena wo mo mra no mo nhia enti wo mo hwe ani mo se ochena enkwa nkodu prem to brede na perifo aba na o mabehia na afi wo mo ehunu se de wo besia ye ne made afanti prepare ya de wo mo nyina free ministry hɔ so wo kɔ no akwa akɔtwen wo kyena no na wo mo hwɛ ne mo so wo kyena ne nso de be free sa nhye mo de ni mu ababia no ebe de wo makoma so ade a ɛfa wo mo sika no si etua de ama wo mo ana so ye ntua ɛmfa ma wo mo kɔ ba so wo mo ante asɛm papa bia se de wo so wo mo tene ne de a na ne enye obi ne kuma ntwi ministry no a ene so afọ ho yera kan ofo yatare ne mpanifo wo mo ala de omuti age akyerema na ekoba ne sa nso de a na ne wo mbesa aba ho na piketin no wo mo de aba ba hihye so se de nra wo mo efiti ase pepe ne de akye se akwanya ba ne Charles nyame ebe kasa de afa sa ense bi wo kyena wo mo nhye wudi ne kye nso ye hye mo bose ne no bedi ehon kobo
yentu akase bo no eso na nhwemye adwumaku baako a won wo US abrochimemu won den Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI fo na manebo abeto gwachirem se won ene oman Ghana young office of the special prosecutor won aka ba chirim efiase eriye Madam Cecilia abana Dapaah ninsensem sikasem na japade kwanga ofa so nya ni sika ayesa bia ye kwampaso na se enam ni kwampaso no won afiase eriye ninsem no mu nhwehwem na Madam Cecilia Dapaah mu nyina mu nim disabri bia besenkoi na obeye Ghana young osuafo behwe ahonidi ene fensuwa ho insem so na san nhwehwemu ya eye two agencies aka ba kire mu no wo chem se wobeye bi ewo Ghana efe US abrochiman so eka ho bia wobeye san nhwehwemu no bi ewo ho enkratase ni obroni kan se statement ni bia special prosecutor ede aba echem se won any FBI won ahwe ya ewo manga na memu ha ene won aka ba kire mu a wori ye san nhwehwemu yi na won ahu se Cecilia abana Dapaah ni niama na japade adan sika a owo nyinara se bia ofa kwampaso eno nyan anase se bi ofa kwatu kwan biso ena odi enya no na sanhwehwe mu no wo betumi aye akosi ase wo chem se sane awori ye nyina no se beye na betumi aboa na abana Cecilia Dapaah ni niama owo ife na abusuafo kwan a ofa so na odi nya na ema ni nyinara se bia ya omanga na memo ha anase eye abrochimemu US dia ni nyina no sanhwehwe mu no wo beye na se koba se wo hu se ne hu bom a eni Ghana so twemra se ne fata no wode bema no na ne amanyina so akoso yie ade amayen ewo omanmu enti insema eye office of the special prosecutor wode abanen osi won eni FBI fo wan aka ba chirim na Madam Cecilia abana Dapaah no ni insema woguso awori yemu hwehwemu no sabrede amanonefo abrochiri eni fei abrofo no US futitiriu osi wode wo ho agemu bi
eni na asem papa enya asem keto akra ya enya agwa ni de chie de no kra ne yepe se e wo sie hunu because se ya fra ofia bi sa se e kwa be na afa so nya sika no antumi ankyere de bi abonte so fo ba ubetumi akyere mu e de akyere wo mom ye nto aso ne konsem foforo Ghana Broadcasting Corporation GBC adwuma ko kese ye ya badia wo mo ensentwe adwuma bi na ne wo ma ba abonte kyere se animu ya ye kasa ya no wo mo mpanifo te wo mo nka wo mo hwe na Director General Professor Amin Al Hassan wo nyini mfiri ho ne empedi pa from fancy na nemo wo masem wo kanyina ise papa wo number wo tew na adwuma wo ye nyina tantan wo nyo adwuma ya emo ama wo nso adwuma wo ye nsantwe adwuma mo wo GBC no enko na nim se de wo se ko wo maka bia de a chempedifo se ko wo nhwe no wo nsakra ne memo wo ntu ho na mo ne nso de wo maka bia kwakwo ye ohwegwada na wo nsemi nyina so nyina ise na nse wo mo ho na chese ye behwa management the communicate bia koma public service workers union ya womo eka semprempre ya no womo ne executive ema divisional union no a ehye GBC mu no womo nkita wodie no enkoso biem esanse womo da sukankan de sutantan bia dia ensem fata so obi a wo ye adwuma e wo ho no woda sa su no adi na no na nensa dwofo hye mu akoso sa nsa dwofo hye mu na se na womo so divisional executives womo so wo divisional union no e de aba beto dwa kyese enye no kore na saa director no womo ka no ho asem no na adwuma ye nye womo fe na womo de GBC da womo akoma so paaya womo wo pene se womo be sum adwuma no akosi so womo be kwa homigye pension na so pasa papa ni nti no womo ntumi mfiri womo koma mu enye adwuma no se de se na efata Samuel Nathaniel Kevo wona ye divisional chairman edema GBC or church in Sydney.
All of you here, I know you've been intimidated one way or the other because of what divide and rule. Anybody purported to give contrary position of what we have done here, either in a media interview or behind one-on-one, that person is a threat to the survival of GBC and a complete violation of the constitution of the PSLV. You see the representation of our Deputy General Secretary, Accra Branch Executive, and National Officer here. This is the truth and nothing. Let somebody point out that we don't complain about lack of stationery. People call all hours, 12 midnight. Chairman, you don't have cars. Retirees will call you. Chairman, talk to management for LSA to be paid. And I want to explain why some of these things is untenable and make excuses that management uses. This is a court ruling on 25th day of March 2021 between Johnson, A.H.U. and others versus Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. These gentlemen were retirees of GBC and went to court to enforce management to pay their long service award. Management counter in the relief by asking the court to declare the collective agreement as illegal. Wow. Article 60, which is collective agreement captured in as also illegal. Wow. Then management at the same time asked the court to agree with them that the IGF should not be used to pay LSA. This is because Auditor General report says so, and Financial Revenue Generation Act says so. If you peruse the Auditor General report, is the contrary. The Auditor General report says there is too much accumulation of the payment of LSA, and for that matter, management to find a sustainable way of paying of LSA. If they cannot, then they should meet the union for a review. That is how the Auditor General report says.
Abusia we Yera Sabo Nathaniel Kevo, what divisional union chairman with GBC. Wakasa we the Deputy General Secretary the Public Service Union John Sampa, and so Kasachres woman Bashe said a beya in Kitaudi and Asa and Cabo Mapa, Ebeba Equeque GBC in Temna and Papa Mubia Emma non to say no can.
We are trying our possible best to make things right, and even where painful or very difficult, to peacefully coexist. But to attempt to withdraw the working relationship with the workers, whom interest we represent, and who are giving us the right to even speak at GBC, is something that can never be accepted. Now, I want to put on record that the divisional union, the local union, and the entire workforce of the GBC and the National Union of PSW are mutually inclusive and can never be separated. So any attempt to bring separation and divide our front and purport to say that as for the National Union, they are in your good books, but for divisional union, who are the primary reason why the National Union operates here, you have suspended your relationship with them, can never be accepted. It is amazing how people that are appointed and given delegated authority sometimes exercise the authority that is given to them. The president of Ghana received the most insults and attack from the citizens when they feel something is not going right. But the president of Ghana cannot say that he has suspended the working relationship with either TUC or any civil society or the citizens. When you do that, you are cheating more than you can buy. I want the people appointed, including the Director General of
Abusia Deputy General Secretary the Public Service Union Yera John Sampa and your taste work as GBC adwumayefo and a woman any abrene why sans and true for shame.
She a wong ewo brewenia se a no enkwanta anafomenti no ma ewo timantem echirem se abang emeko wo mo aisan se won apomudi hu sem wo se niam nkonkan wo chirem se ambulance bi a ewo ho nanka won mrahye begweni eye owuraje frikini ato ede ama won no esan won akwan a enye niti no eyade se ambulance na entumi nya adwuma yi enti wo sere abang se omeko wo mo a ewo ho no
health enye clinical a health center na maybe a tramu na other say European Union na say a brofu kubina yesu a tramu na omabe adre na omabe adre no manu bebre no a ombesi dan no kwe na omudi no mani bi bae na nso akyerɛkyerɛ no health directorate no so omosusu di no ma bi aba begum omudi akade bi so aba begum besende sa wohia BBC no community no also nsa wo mu because omo health committee no say omo hia bibi wa anmo a omo bo health committee na man na me assemblyman so no me so make health committee no mu I say di no ma betu yi na ni ehia omo bia ya ma omo sa wo hwe dan we a sa dan we a asai no a ewa mfoni na odi kan yi no sa dan no wo hwe na the community nurse omo yama baby a omehwe mbatan na omo nyem ne nkona no ma we no hono ya ya wi enam from abebe betutu eno so no ya de bi a ama awon chiri kakra bi aba o san to so a ye kodan ni mu hono baby a ayarefo no da no enye ena sili na nkasa eye OPD no sili ni so to na eye health director no municipal health director ono na obu akakakakra wo mu ano abana bibi ha adwano no so
eyi assemblyman a owo ntrobo electoral area ewo nkwanta south mansino mo no de side side ato abang enim.
Yet was one Russia Belgium chairman, Right Honorable Aban Suma Kingsford Bagman, Eddie Futu Aquadiama Abai, Eddie and Crankra Yumako say, ye were national service personnel, ye Brown Brania, do Moba say, ye no Munya Juma, Woma Juma Sawa yet, to Womu where Juma Noa, Woma Basso Mobain said a bebeboa, Ama woman so any skills, na that you would do baby na, Womo compare Juma near Bisase, or experience, or skills to Noa, one bit to be other deal. There's Renee, Womoko Numako Nimua, near Danny Womo errand boys, hey. Kofi brabeji koto kukumame adwa koto wachimame ni esumamo na mo koba na mo sene nti bewie no a afe ba ku bedi wo ho no na adwuma no kura wa ehu so because obi kura timi suma adwom se kokodi dwabere no nyina ne de keka ho koyi me books wo ka mu bre me fa we koto ha ma me ni ade saa ne de nkrofo bi no mo yenti wakoso akoye national service yes wo som oman ne de enso bewie che na wo som no wasom nipa no a ewo adwuma nim no wansom oman ne se de ewo so som na speaker de afutu akọ de ama private and public institutions ahodo se wo madama ya wo mo hwe ho no na yemwa ema wo mo nsan no adwuma na se de ode ne nsem tu dwanse no kan.
My brothers and sisters who are leaders in various public institutions, and private sector organizations, not to turn the service personnel into messengers, errand boys and girls. Please don't be sending them to buy you Kofi Brookman. It's a very critical year for their development. Don't waste it. Many of them don't even have a place to sit, and they loiter around, and people treat them with contempt. These are lovely souls that have been sent into your hands, and that 1 year is meant for you to mold the person. The national service personnel we have today, and they have shown through their work in the various institutions, in spite of the skeletal digital infrastructure in this country, our youth have at national competitions come first in the whole world. And so after that, they are asked to come and serve the nation just 1 year, acclimatize and be the unique Ghanaian that we are. Then you turn them into errand boys and girls. The girls will be lucky if they are not violated.
Enti Erasebe Jamchi Amehne Right Honorable Alban Suma na Kingsford Bagman na chese wode se afuto yi eko ediama but Kofi Abrante de base de obeko we no ye nyina na yedie so ahu to odo se onye
semba kwanka wo se emia ne de say girls ne de so wo ye lucky
na ya violate yo mo
yo
baby no de nyina ka ho wo ye national service no na ye service ne so ka ho ya na yin sem bebre ti we ya futu kese na NSS for odi fi aduonum wo mo pa wo mo dwumadi ye di be di fi aduonum ne ho entoma no na speaker kasa wo se dwumadi na se
yo ene yantuaso ene yanko nsem from wo se na day nso so International Day for the Girl Child and I say emeba ye wo wiase afa na nyina no ene ye da ye ngayi edi esiwa ye de Erica won ho asem se ne be betumi aboa ma nema betumi akonkan na afi we no theme anase botai a wogina so no digital generation and everything to support the girl child. Nke boy ho modern say nke ne Madam Juliana ama Apolofia ebetwetwe nkomo e dia fasa ansem hu ne ebisa ne se ene aye UN da won yi ediesi hoyi no emia anase meba wo mo man mu no den na ye won challenge den na ye won how den na wo hwe ni sa ka bank no betumi aye e de ama won nso no nga bona hama na emse gina mu atuntum na begina so nti prepare mu no yensa kana yene no ebetwetwe ho enkomo
but akra ne ma bebre ne hia the girl child e wo my Ghana mu ebi yesi ye beboa ne piano na ya tenetene na kwan na wagina yie amoase e ma de siesie ho ya ka aseto e da so ne enyim free so ye e mayewa yi a wo mo bayia na de sa de no siesie wo mo ho mo ko yie nti se we nya no sa no a na sebe bosom ya kwantu ri duru ho a na wa ye basa e ho anama ne enkodanim sese wo hwa ampere wanyinsen e kokoso miamia bi enkoyie direction no ya yira direction no entumi straighten your money here because aho kire wo ho enti wasa akwala no so fa ekwan bi so no no so ko pepe bibi e de yi but that is not the way to go
but adibu so hia emeba no so no adibu
oh yes
so bebu mpanifo
say na make us a direction ya yire free so enti say obi aye de ope but wasa nke etimi tinetine kwala no straighten wo mo say tete no aye person no wasa
nyani o
umuade ei but no I say ya fa say eniem ya fa bibia tre bia santi akola keto bitimi gina ba bi hwe wanim kasebe kwasasem bi kire wo a se wanhwe yi na do tiri kure kwasha menemu ne ade nti braso se wo se ne e wo se oman ne ensa kaneboa ema mabu no omo ntetiem ne omo asetsem ko yie no ye de dum because awofo ni bi wanya se bia sa na nko omo peso omo mane nko no but eniem ba ko mienu bi na ama no ai bibie ho ye fa akotochie de enhyem tew na fe yenko yenimo kasebo mo nana wono ene wo akotochire nana kwadwo nyakoya wodi kan na wo se wo ba ne krom ho a krono wo manyini pa wo manyini krona dampanya che na nsuso empuntu nyuma pa ye fe ni empuntu nyuma de krone bi nim abo wo mo se de adwonso abo akokɔ ne se nti osre esesa aban kra so me ya ankrenkren ne manfo amofri kronu mu agya yame ato mu nsɛm mo tutu kwa akɔ mia mia hodo mo dama mo mra meboa wo mo se de be ya wo betumi achichi krono ama krono agina naso esanse nipa efri mu ba ne mabunu no na wo mo susu etumi agina yie watu mabunu no nsuso okrono mo so fo so mo nyina kamom na wo mo adwuma se de be ya wo mani suade hunu ebetumi abem na yentie se de na naka ne nsɛm
yenya yɛmpɛ ko obɛyɛ ɔyɛ ibu yisibu ebi a ebu isi a atendista ɔtena na ɔbɛnyɛ ho ɔman no ho wɔdi bɛyɛ bɛyɛ de sɛ na mɔ yi oyibu tinya ya ko na duma ni yɛ bɛbi yɛ ba ba ati bɛyɛ sɛ de saa yɛ na ba nti wa mu sɛ agafo ɔda ho kan nkɔfo ɛnkɔkya ma dike de yɛ bɛyɛ ne sɛ amoma na yɛ ho akatakata ya mo anka che bo tumo ko de ja wa ye ye no oba ka ebu nti na nta so nti na ehu na ebu ja e ha ka ha so se we your mind ba so so akoko nti na won so yo ha na wodi ho ke na no mo wodi ma nti bi na na mo he ma ja we ha ka ta nti ko ta mo o tin de emira oba tina do kui kaka simsef medicine ono no ya na ka na we get extension the main point is in fansan na extension or you na ka benefit you benefit mu gubo na oba na gini
abusiana na kwadwo nyako odi kan eye ohene ewa kotoche ne nka ne ati yi
sara na adehye a won ewo ntotro so a ne wa asitifi atifi mansene mu a wo ahafomantem so kyerem se won akwan enye nti wosere aban se o mekọ mu a wo se bese mfihye bi santem ne aban ya behye won bo year of rose 1 year of rose 2 and 3 ne nyina mu no won akwan no asenti wosere aban se o mesiesie won akwan no fama won
driver won ntotro so ye adwuma kwa chi nsu ya first ni atwam straight na say ye bridge no omo ye say nsuo ta yira na akata bridge no so mu bebubu aye fofra maye enfie mienu ni omo bubu bridge na omo meye say nsuo to na yira ye nya ba bia ye befa wo hwe ba bia na me nam a me so no ma na me ba ya e o ha kase pa ties
eyi eye additional mu bi a won ewo ntotro so a eno wo esitifi south mansenu ma ewo ahafomantem
yeko dodowa ene ne potam wana nanu mahima ya wo mo ewo ho manfo bi nso ka bi edito so stress wo madama ohine popra ya pa no foforo nene oklemekuku atrokpa ya wodi kan na dama wa bai die wonhwe na ahinsemu menteme ho ase ya ba potam ho amen ne mpuntu anke wo se wo mo nsaka no etwehwe kwa achi no wa bai die wo mehwe na wonsisi sa tokotokro ni nyina mfiri wo se de be ya dodo wa betumi afa no to wapefra na empuntu so ebeben wo mo na wabra ama ahimafo ede sa ensemi etudwa no na makra kofida ko ewo ho enti wakyekira maneboyi
Santini amane bochirem se kopem wo dodo wa woni paramount chief a obetina wonganim na obetimi akọ nyamiai akoje empuntunuma aprewon eyi na nam sunti ahimia ene additional mu bia won ewo dodowa ene se important ade ofre akọ ama won yini popro anansen won adenedi nene oklemekuku atropa a otoso ebien se sabre a won agena tomu yi no wo warehyem ene jedi woni mu se obetimi aboa ma asumdwe beba ho na wo benya ohini popro nso a obeba abedi won anim
ye ne wa hwesema no ne dodowa ne ya no nyaka wa bie klika ya eko tititi madi no ne se wa peka wa bie ngela ne ye unga ne mika ne balo le o ma wa no ma we so te ne ga dodowa no
ne ma wo ha twa me kpakpa ne eka ma kudo lo no mono no na efone ne ka chewo ken wa ba pie na ekojem no mi eji wajomi no ke ani onyam no je
eno echi ye ni meba ene mrante ne bi nso atwetwe nkomo no wokirem se won hini foforo yi nene okleme kuku atropa a otoso ebien no owarehyem ewo ne mu ye papa so bebua masumdwe ebeba ho na ebebua ma investors ede won sika ebeba bebu enyuma ewo honom na mebu ni titinu no wongenya djuma aye.
For the first time, we say even if they are calling for a meeting, I feel na ye bua obiano bringing everybody together. First, no na fear no doso by a name said ni na ye fear back. Bawabe is bringing everybody on board.
You know, as time goes on, there's a need for you to rise. So now that he has risen to a certain level and he's now a chief of Tandonya, I just appreciate it.
Ena yeni nene okleme kuku atropa a otoso ebien so ekasae ene ebisa ne sese ne manfo yi ewo arehyem ewo ne muyi a won agena tumi no osumu dan
imam bi a big problem with nokonoko na amaha cheyim se ka ida ka de ide se ne meli na jese na udupio nye wa ngbem niche ehie wo mi ne nanene ida ehane mabi ke manchemenge sisi chwepe naka nene Dapaah lo ne dane mabi chwepe nyayi ne ima chem swin san yo ne lo ima wa ne ma ke dwembo ne ma ke amio ewa mancheme na pie ne wa ke fiasemba kamas
akra kofi dako yanko na yene Orua Kwaku Ado ye parliamentary candidate edima endisa manyuku no ewo esutifi etifi abato mpeso so ona about yanka ye mo wajomo akwa aba na yanga ti se mumpotem ho no akwanga ewo ho no nyina nye na wo as a parliamentary candidate no minim oni DC owo ho atwetwe nkomo ne den asem no aka kirewo
yo me ame da se asutifi no correct ye kwan a ye wa ha ewo ha no enya de a etem crime lokwatem ewo mu ne se kwantempo a ewo mpotem ha nyina no ade a adwumayiko a ye pro no Newmont Ghana Gold apart from so agribia no sekwan no say na omode fidi akwiti so akrakra so serebe ya asenkafo so edetine bia konya abasade ete na dadine pa da ya so Cecilia no ekwan a efri Kenya ase eko hidim
okay
na afi so entotro so eko akresia Brêák na asenkafo no efa so na efisa ye to abama MPP 2020 na 2021 omubebu break ni gumu efime contract ni free site hono enya dia wo site ogim enti ama akoni abadie no ho ayeden enra tikrai ya ntiasembe esu tano Brêák na asenkafo no efaso de echa kontoto ya Kenya se ntoto sutu akresia no ya ntiasembe ama esu tano no afa obia make say ayare hotem ewo yempotem ha ente ye kwan hotem de no kwanya me no fa no feeder road ene urban road ni nyina enya de se action crime ewo citizen of ha
na Orua Kwaku mi pa chewo year of rose 1 2 3 no mumpata mo anya bi
no kwatem ni se year of rose no aha no de year of distraction na ye year of rose na bra na yura John Dramani Mahama ha anda Koko road ye kwan no bibre wo ho a efri Kenya te ko CDM na anda Koko road yura Kofi Job na ye
okay
na MPP ba ye no na omo ye to omo ye audit enti omo ema contractor no free site anu mu na eda hwa na nanuma hemfo ka omo bom da bi kwan na ta aban no nya de to oba be enti Newmont adwumayfo no emoaye ana Newmont gitu mu te eka bi e wo kwan no ho no omo editi ama aban na adaye me na wakata Newmont before the car aba bonte se kwan no ho sika nyina omo ti ama aban enso ta aban be ma contractor aba kwan no so no akoye bo atibidin enti isi ege wa nhiem enta me fe mo kata fibie etan wo TV so so he Brêák mo yi ni Cecilia na eno ne atemu ana me ka no 2021 ana MPP amanyoko na MP ebegina ho one ne constituency chairman ebegina ho ma omubugu ye so within 6 months omo be ye Brêák for dia so August 2021. This year October 2023. Regional yaka ewa no.
Enti ni kwakwa mu no dan pɔtee na yɛbɛtumi ayɛ anaasɛ mpanyinfo a mowɔ hɔ dan na mobɛtumi a because ne nyina nkamfu ya no ɔmanfo a wɔte mpɔtam hɔ no ɛna wɔn ho bɛkyere wɔn mipa wo kyɛw wo as a parliamentary candidate no wafɛ mu no ɛdan na wobɛtumi a mehwɛ kwan no anaasɛ sɛ ne ade no situation ne te ɛwɔ yɛn TV yi so a wotumi hu sɛ ɛnyɛ easy but ne nyina mu no ɔmanfo no dan na mobɛtumi ayɛ de aboa wɔn
me nua be ma this year no yɛn as amanyɔfoɔ a mesan yɛ opposition candidate no deɛ nokura nyamia mintimi ɛnka nkyerɛ me manfoɔ sɛ ɛkwan no ɛnɛ ne kyena yɛbɛyɛ amɔ mo ne mmom yɛbɔ ho dawura yɛka yɛne mpanyimfo a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛne ɔmo di nkitaho nyinaa ɛkasa sɛ de bɛyɛ a aban no bɛte na waba bɛtoa so fi sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛkra baako a yɛahwere kura no nokura nyamia nim no ɛnyɛ ade a ɛkyɛ nkuran nti aban no ntie yɛ na when you major road, if you see a back this year, a major road, if you see a direct, and you are buying who you mobile now on my mayor. Many, you know, you can't set them for I was, you know, wait, yes, on the more you need now, or one can with your buying about the idea. If you are telling you know, or more to something up to a bar, now or more to a bar at the Amazon, the money Mahama, now all your coin, now so, Oman na se no mutu abatia no na pataya ba na pinso so ebeneza kwakwadwa don damani mahama besuma no amane din empunto aba asikupi no no omo yi omo eno ne the lasting solution e wo ma asikupi no piti e de e advocate ye can be ta ba no bi ye voice na wa ba be ye de ye hira amaye
eja ye da sipi se oni yan akasa